Wow. Father and son relationships has soured since the 1970s. During the 1970s, they came up with a government plan to separate the mothers and the fathers and offer the mothers income in replace of fathers. And once they decided to put that program in effect, in order to get the money, the father could not live in the house. They would send people to the homes to check on them to make sure the father was not in the home. This led to a lot of broken families and a lot of, you know, insecure fathers who didn't want the responsibility anyway, was just running out doing whatever it is they want to do. And most of them were just not handling their responsibilities. So, a lot of broken homes started during this time, and it soured, and it would begin to be the loss and the disconnection between fathers and sons. And because of that, you're starting to see more and more sons growing out without their fathers. It's a common thing. Everyone on my block, not one of them had their fathers in their house. Not one. Every kid on that block either had their grandparents or the grandmama in there or grandfather, but the father, he lived somewhere else. Now, Nelly and his dad, his father was never around for him, but he respected him because he knew that's his father. Many of us, believe me, many of us can relate to this story. The mom was there with you, she raised you. Dad came by maybe a birthday or two, tried to make you, probably picked you up, took you to the movies one time, and never let you hear the end of it, and acted as if he was a part of the life. Like I was the reason all these things happened. But Nelly, over the last weekend, was quite upset, and I mean really upset at his father. Now, Nelly, I have a hard time saying a bad thing about because this is a guy who took care of his niece. His sister died, and he took care of her kid, and that's his niece. So I'm quite sure it was a no problem decision made. But the word father is a strong word, he said. Something I never knew anything about as a child because mine never did what he had to do only when he wanted. He also added all caps talking about these messages. He was real serious. Just because it's your DNA don't make you a father. Mine never saw me play sports, never taught me anything, never saw me graduate, and I still took care of him for almost 20 years. He never to care for, didn't care for me for half of that. So hope it was worth it, Pops. I'm done with you. No more money from me. Let them pay your bills. So obviously his father did something very betraying. You know, he's very hurt about what his father did. And like he said, even to this day, my father still does what he wants, even though I pay his bills. Well, used to. That's over as of tonight. Now, Nelly is very keen for never putting his family business on the internet. So you thought like this would be just okay, he's ranting, he's done. He was not done. He continued. You don't see my mama. Shit. Should have known she would hold it down. She always had a job, came to my game, saw her son graduate, saw me score my first touchdown, bought me my first pair of J's, wiped my tear away when I lost a big game, and taught me how to play sports. Mama's boy. And then he said, shout out to all the mamas that had to be fathers for their kids. To my mama who taught me how to catch and play ball, took me to the games, borrowed money to buy me cleats, and stood up and cheered when I walked the stage. I love you, mama. Get it now. Totally. He is done. Done with his father. And this is sad. That's see, this is what people don't understand. Money can't buy this. Money don't fix any problems. It pays bills. That's it. And this is a prime example of that. I know that there's some people that be like, well, Nelly, you got money. You don't got to care about none of that. Just cut him off. He's hurt. That's his family. That's his father. So whatever happened, he's hurt by this. You don't post something like that. Nelly's the type that don't post about his family's business on Twitter or anything. He was hurt. That's why he did such. He did such a thing. So don't worry about it. It is what it is. He was hurt. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, as I'm as I'm sitting here looking at this situation, and I tell people all the time, money just pays bills. The issues will always still be there. If somebody else was an SOB before they got money, when they got money, they still a SOB. How did that happen? I mean, really, how did this happen? You know, there's a lot of situations where, for some reason, for some reason, people think it fixes stuff. I hear it all the time. Man, if I get this money, man, it's gonna fix all my problems. No, it don't. Money creates more problems than you know. It creates new problems. Now, certain people that you hung with can't hang with you no more because they can't go and do things that you can do that they can't do. And they'll think, well, since they can't do it, you got to pay for it because you got the money to. And it's like, wait a minute. When me and you used to kick it, we had the same amount of money. You paid your way, I paid mine. Now I got to pay for everybody's way. If I keep this up, I have no money. And then your money is banking. It's just that maybe you might have to just sit this one out. We'll do something else that we all could do. But this one, you might have to sit out. They don't understand that. Oh, you've changed. No, I haven't. I just got more money. So when that happens, the whole level changes. The dynamics change. Everyone's attitude switches. It's like they hit a button, and now this person is feeling another way, and this person is reacting another way. And no one seems to grasp the scale, the full scale of everything that's going on. That fatherhood, family, all of this weighs more than money. Because if you don't have anything to fall back on, like with family, you are setting yourself up for a disaster because everybody else in your relationships, meaning friendships or whatever, that could all fall apart at any time, any second. All of that stuff could be gone. Do you realize that? And you don't know who's there for your friendship, who's there for your money. And when you have that kind of, you know, you have that kind of uncertainty about your situation, you become paranoid. You don't trust because you don't have a foundation to fall back on because you're alienated from people who knew you when you first was born, before you had anything, and you missed that. So you need to have some of that around. So money can make you comfortable. You can make you live longer. It can, you can go and do a lot of things, as far as buying material things, and you can help enrich other people's lives. Money can do a lot of those things, but don't think money fixes all problems. If your problems is financial, then yeah. But whatever the problems were before then, they will come back. Don't ever think that the money situation is what it is. Believe me, we've seen it happen. You've seen celebrities break up, and they both have hundreds of millions of dollars. You've seen athletes and wives split up. They have billions of dollars. It doesn't even matter. They have the same problems everybody else got. So, on that note, I'm out. Peace.